Welcome back. The news in details. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi received on Monday the credentials of 50 new ambassadors, and those included the ambassadors of Thailand, Canada, Tunisia, Dominican Republic, Indonesia, Sri Lanka, Jordan, Oman, South Africa, Namibia, the Democratic Republic of Laos, Somalia, the UAE, Pakistan and Benin. The President welcomed the new ambassadors and wished them success in their new assignments. He also confirmed Egypt's keenness for boosting bilateral relations with their countries in different fields. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi greeted the women on Monday, marking the International Women's Day. In a post on his official Facebook page, the president sent a message of appreciation and respect for the Egyptian women who represent the nation's will, power and perseverance throughout history. The president said that one of the unchangeable facts in life is that women are the everlasting source of goodness, energy, security and sacrifice. They are also the source of wisdom and principles and the pillar of the family and its unity. The president greeted every Egyptian woman and girl on the occasion. First Lady Intisar al-Sisi marked on Monday the International Women's Day. Posting on her official Facebook page, the First Lady said, "Our celebration of the Egyptian women reflects the long history of giving and sacrifice with true enthusiasm and will in facing all challenges." The First Lady greeted each and every Egyptian woman on the International Women's Day. Tens of thousands of people around the world braved coronavirus restrictions and sometimes dangerous conditions to mark International Women's Day on Monday, many of them denouncing violence against women. The day marks the struggle for female participation in politics and in the workforce, from the right to vote to the right of equal pay.
In a message on International Women's Day marked annually on 8th of March, Secretary General Antonio Guterres outlined clear evidence such as better social protection programs, stronger climate policies and enduring peace agreements when women are in governments, parliament or peace negotiations. The UN began celebrating the International Day in 1975, which was designated International Women's Year. Over the decades, it has morphed from recognizing the achievements of women to becoming a rallying point to build support for women's rights and participation in the political and economic arenas. This year's commemoration under the theme Women in Leadership Achieving an Equal Future in a COVID-19 World comes as the world continues to navigate the pandemic, which has wiped out decades of hard-won progress towards gender equality. Women have borne the brunt of the coronavirus pandemic, from being pushed into poverty to losing jobs as the informal economy shrinks, to an alarming spike in domestic violence and the unpaid care burden. However, in spite of the impact on their lives, the rights women have stood resolutely on the front lines of the pandemic response as essential workers, caregivers and leaders. Executive Director of the UN Women, the organization's entity dedicated to gender equality and the empowerment of women, underlined the need for political will to actively and internationally support women's representation. In a message, she went on to note the concrete efforts such as setting and meeting parity targets at all levels of government, or special measures such as putting in place and enforcing quotas and policies to address representation for real progress on women's leadership. She also added that no country prospers without the engagement of women, calling for women's representation that reflects all women and girls in all their diversity and abilities and across all cultures, social, economic and political situations. UN agencies together with partners also organized the commemorative events around the world to mark the International Day.
Foreign Minister Semeh Shoukry met on Monday with visiting Greek counterpart Nikos Dindias. The talks covered means of boosting bilateral relations as well as regional and international issues of mutual concern. During the meeting, Shoukry hailed the strong Egyptian-Greek relations, affirming Egypt's keenness to pave the way for the flow of Greek investments to Egypt and for boosting cooperation in the field of tourism. He also called for a quick launch to the cooperation in the field of energy. The two ministers expressed keenness on continuing consultations and coordinating stances on regional developments. Welcome back. Egypt's stock indices collectively slid in the trading session on Monday after being affected by profit-making selling operations in different categories. The benchmark EGX 30 index slid by 0.85%. The EGX 70 index for small and medium businesses also slid by 0.94%. And the broader EGX 100 index also went down by 0.94%. After all indices slid by sales of investors, the market capitalization lost £5 billion to close at £696.8 billion amid transactions of about £2.4 billion.